Hello and welcome to Sports Fans' live video streaming event of Table Rock Sports Productions. I'm Aaron Nilsson with Danny Canada, coming to you live from Crater High School in Central Point, Oregon. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is Lathy Superstore Game of the Week and powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Tonight featuring the 1-0 Henley Lady Hornets taking on the undefeated through 3 games, 3-0 Crater Lady Comets. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership the Central Point District 6 is can't remember the school district, but a District 6, and our participating community business partners. Be sure to download the new version of our free app. Watch all Table Rock Sports Network events on your phone, tablet, PC, or anywhere you connect for free. We also invite fans to check out all the features on TableRockSports.net, where you can find easy access to live streaming events, Southern Oregon Sports Spotlight, and our new feature, the Alumni Watch. Danny, nice light breeze tonight. How are you doing?
Perfect. It's a Thursday. I'm out here. Great evening. You can see the sun setting in the background there. Like you said, there's a nice breeze coming up through the broadcast booth, and I'm sure down there on the field it's even a little nicer. 3-0, undefeated, ranked number 1 in the OSAA. I'm ready to see the Lady Comets do some murdering tonight.
Head coach for Henley, Michael Hedlund, and head coach for Crater, Brighton Kiger. And I brought up Brighton in our other broadcast for volleyball because we were just talking about what she's been able to do and how much she's been able to change what they have here at Crater. The different styles she's adapted, more technical. Let's get that General Scott scoreboard up there for you. And let's get the time rolling. We go 40 minutes down. And there you go. Crater in the all black, moving from right to left. Henley in the white tops, white socks, as we already have a shot and save, not on goal, but the first shot of the game. And it's Gracelyn Hedlund who's in goal for the Hornets. Yeah, the white with black shorts. Could be navy.
I think it's blue.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're navy.
Because they do have the navy yellow in there.
In the Hornets, yep.
Just from up here, it's hard to see. And we got a throw in for Crater. Ref putting them in the right spot to throw in. This is typical soccer. Hey, it's my favorite sport. But not to say that she was trying to gain a little advantage, but players really do. They move up as far as they can when they're going for a throw-in.
Talking about your favorite sport, are you not having a soccer overload today? You just came from coaching.
I know. The junior comments.
Brand new coach this year, huh?
I'm a little pooped. I'm still a little sweaty. But the under 14, which actually is pretty much become a feeder to this Crater girls soccer team. So I'm pretty sure a few of the girls that I have on my team might be playing for Brighton Kiger here on this field in maybe 1, 2, or 3 years' time.
Depends how good of a coach you are. Just kidding.
Well,
I'm sure
it does matter,
coach.
yeah.
What are they? They're 10 and under, right?
14.
14 and
14, so I got 12, 13 to 14-year-olds.
So as long as they're having fun, eh?
And that's Taya Amadei, goalkeeper. Crater making that save. That's the first shot, and that was on goal. But yeah, I'm having fun. And got our first 2 games on Saturday. Doubleheader, 11:30 and 1. Over at Twin Creeks Park, just across the railroad tracks. So Allison Waters was giving chase on that for Lady Comets. Out for a Henley throw-in. But Coach Kiger for Crater really likes the Dutch style of playing, and you talk about any European team, they're very technical. That's what they work on. Make sure everybody gets a lot of touches. We can call that a shot technically, but Hedlund has it again. Good turn there. Ryan Maddox, speedy, has it. Ryan Maddoxon Got a little push, and the ref's calling it outside the box. So that will be a free kick right there. What, 18 and a half, 19 yards away from goal. So the first foul of the game. And that is Maddox. Stopping the clock. And was that a yellow issued? Looks like it was. Believe that was a yellow to Madeline Pierce, the captain. So she will have to come off as she is. She's on the bench now for a couple of minutes. Just waiting for the ref.
The suspense. It's all quiet up here.
Maddox likes to pass it back. Back to Maddox. Swarming Crater defense. Nice cutback. And that one skimmed just wide and out for a goal kick.
That one got my heart pumping a little bit as they went rolling there, sitting looking through the camera far away. Looked like it was about to just hit the corner.
That was close. Only a foot or two away. Out for a Henley throw-in. Maddox got some good skill in the ball with it again. That one's taken away. There's Anna Myers. But that'll be going back the way for Henley. No, that did signal the incorrect direction. So will be a foul on Maddox. Gave a little push to Myers. But it will be a free kick for Crater deep in that corner. And I got to say welcome to all the Henley Hornets fans watching in Klamath Falls, wherever you might be. Hey, Mom, we're on YouTube. Watch no hands.
Better not be using hands. This is football.
Wyckoff, good pass. Good shot. Waters forces a save out of Headland. That'll be the first corner for Crater.
Sorry, that's about as close as I can get to the corner for you folks.
It's going to be a magic trick. You're going to see the ball come out of nowhere.
There it is.
And that's in.
Yes. There it is. First of the night. Nice little corner kick.
Emma Bone getting her foot right to it.
I always love how they put the spin and a curve on a corner kick. Being able to just make that ball just kind of turn. And
looks like Bone did get, she may have, at least she had the disruption there, but she may have gotten a foot to it. It's hard to tell from the angle up here, but
yeah,
we give it to Emma Bone. She wouldn't mind claiming it. So 1-0 Crater.
Were you able to get a replay of that?
Unfortunately, no.
That's a bummer.
Yes, there was a little lag on it, and well, we don't have that one, but I'll get the next one.
There we go. I'm sure there'll be more.
As long as the
Crater being undefeated.
System's working properly with me.
couple of the girls got tangled up there. I like no call right there. That was good. Let them both just fall down, get up, keep playing.
Hedlund has it again. She's been able to drop kick just about that 40 every time. That would be out for crater throw. Every time I watch, I just feel like I've got to put on an accent, right? It's brilliant. It's a brilliant game out here. Brilliant match. Look at that pitch.
You feel forced?
It's not official pitch. just naturally, it just happens. Bones on is again. Picked up by Hedlund. I believe they stopped the clock on that goal. We had it continuous. We'll adjust that a little bit, but just about 40 seconds off. Waters with it to Bone. Shot on goal, but saved again by Hedlund. I need to be tracked. I didn't start keeping track of Hedlund's saves, but I think she's going to have a lot of them tonight. Third shot on goal for Crater.
Yeah, it can be a busy night for Grace Henley.
Beth Hamilton loses it for Henley. Myers, captain for Crater, and Waters gives that away. Little toe poke, nicely done. The ref calls a foul now. Going Crater's way.
And what was that foul on? Do you know what that was for there?
So that was a little delayed, so he did let it play. He played advantage, but since Crater wasn't able to really regain possession, he blew the whistle. It was right around where she kicked it, right inside that circle.
Where the foul
So
occurred?
it was a little push, right, yeah. About 5 seconds earlier, previous.
Interesting.
An advantage is one of those rules that some referees really get it right and some really get it wrong. That'll be off Henley. Crater's ball around midfield.
Your opinion on that call, how was it?
That was fine.
Yeah?
Especially at midfield, too. It's not a goal-scoring opportunity, but it was right. It was a good call. He played advantage, and Crater wasn't able to hold on to it, so he gave the foul. I've just seen it so many times where the offense is on a break. There's a foul. They don't play advantage, and they don't let them play. And they just go ahead and blow the whistle right away, where the ball sometimes ricochets to another person on the offense, and he just blows the whistle, blows it dead when they probably could have scored on that play. I've seen it happen a lot.
Huh. I see what you're saying.
I mean, if you completely take the player out and the ball just wanders off by itself, that's a different thing. But they're in the flow, and they got it going. They got a break going. It's really up to that ref, and if he sees an advantage, he'll let him play. Bo not able to get that one. Right back to Crater. We have substitution. Mikkel Lowry coming on for Henley. That's another difference with high school, at least with the women's team, the girls' team. You can have multiple subs, which is different from a lot of times you're watching soccer. You come off, you're done. But here, multiple subs.
Really?
Yep. So even though you go off with only 12 minutes gone here in the first half, you may sit for a few minutes, come right back on, go back off again, come back on, go back off.
Boys soccer, you can't do that?
I can't remember with high school. But usually at the youth
I
levels,
think with
you
high
can
school
sub
you
multiple
can.
times.
Yeah.
The same person. But then honestly, even with women's college, you can sub multiple times, the same person. But on the men's side, usually you get subbed off, you're off. So it really takes the strategery of a coach to be able to know who to sub, because if that person's coming off, you know they cannot come back on. But very different here, youth level. Henley trying to get something going, string a few passes together. Had a few opportunities. Maddox with it, most dangerous so far. She's going for the shot. That was actually off Taya's hands. Be for a corner for Henley. First corner for Henley. So even on this side, we cannot see the corner flag. Probably need another inch cut out of that wood in front of you.
That's it. Just notch a hole.
So short cross gets cleared. Given away by Maddox. Crater looking to break. It's Kaylee Gugliotta. And Tennis Smith with it now. She keep it in. Nope. Dribbled too hard. Out of bounds. Henley ball. Good break, just too hard of a touch. Where are the drums? Where are the pipes?
The thousands of fans.
We need some vuvuzelas. Remember those?
The what?
Vuvuzelas?
No.
So that's what really was big. I think it was the South African World Cup. It was basically sounded like a million bees were hovering over the stadium.
Oh, whoa.
So it's those long horns. Everybody had them. I went to a U.S.-Mexico game in San Diego at Qualcomm Stadium, which is where the Chargers used to play. And that was my first experience with Vuvuzela. Walking from the parking lot to the stadium, and you could hear it was just it sounded like a million bees were just hovering over the stadium. About 25 left here this first half. 1-0. It was a 6-minute goal by Emma Bone. Deflection off a corner. Whew. Not a bad shot there from Katie Nelson. Running to the side netting. Another sub. We got Kinsey Holman coming on for Lady Hornets. That one is going to be off.
So have you always been a soccer guy, or is it something you got to later in life?
No, it started when I was 5 years old.
Oh,
so
wow.
the earliest I could play, I started playing as a goalkeeper for my first 2 years and played every year. And it was, but I played all the sports, but yeah, I played basketball, like rec league, city rec league, basketball. And then when I got to middle school, I ran track and cross country, and there wasn't a soccer team at that point. But then when I got to high school, I was like, I definitely want to play soccer. If I didn't play soccer, I'd play basketball. But so when I was 14 years old, I was at the Rose Bowl for the first ever LA Galaxy MLS game.
Oh, whoa.
Second ever MLS game. First one was a San Jose Earthquakes, which was actually the San Jose Clash when they opened up. They later turned under the Earthquakes. But yeah, so it was at that first. There were 70,000 people. They're all doing the wave. playing the New York, New Jersey Metro Stars, which is now the New York Red Bulls. But anyway, little history lesson for you. But yeah, first ever game, and I had just hurt myself. I'd hurt my foot playing soccer. And so I was kind of wondering, I'm like, what do I want to do with my life? And that'll be a corner for Henley, second of the match. And I was just thinking, like, what do I want to do? I knew I wanted to play sports. And I was thinking, maybe basketball, that'd be fun, whatever. And it was at that game when with everybody doing the wave and the atmosphere, I just was getting chills and goosebumps. And I'm like, this is it. I knew right then I want to play professional soccer. And then it busted my knee, and that pretty much ended it. But
Yep.
yeah, sad story to the beautiful dream. But that was pretty much it. And just when I was in high school, that's when in ESPN in the late 90s, when they actually were showing more soccer. So I actually got to see foreign games and like, whoa, this is actually a really big thing. I didn't realize that when 10 years old, 12 years old. And that one sails well over the crossbar for a goal kick.
So that's where you decided to maybe move into broadcasting?
So that was just the natural transition when I was thinking about, I got to go to school and I want to go to college. But what do I do once I retire? Because I'm not going to play forever.
Huh.
And I thought, the natural transition is broadcasting. Become a commentator after that, right? An analyst. And so when I was in high school, I was junior, senior years. I took video productions and was on our homeroom, the first period news show of reading the announcements and everything. And so that's when I got into anchoring. And there you go. Went to school, went to broadcast journalism, and here we are.
There you go. Central Point, working for TRS.
I know.
Love it.
Broadcasting on YouTube.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Who'da thunk?
Yeah, right, YouTube.
But you like the sport.
I do. Actually, soccer was the first sport I started playing, too. I was about 7 or 8. And, I grew up in Canada. My parents were British. So they were all into soccer. My dad mostly, more than my mom.
It tends to happen.
Yeah, and they made me hit the field. I was really fast, so I was a center, and on the first game I played, as soon as I got the ball, went down, scored. I think I scored 4 or 5 goals the first game ever. Wow. And they called my parents and wanted me to come and play the rep team. So how they worked up there is you would represent the city, and you would go against different cities for your age group. They had like little house league, like Crater, like the junior Comets too, where you play against, a bunch of other kids. So that's where I started, was that little house league team. Mm-hmm. And I hated it. It was practice every night. It was boring. It was work. They made me run.
Yes.
All this dribbling, slow, and I would be leaving practice out to the forest, climbing trees, and I couldn't handle it.
Wow.
Yeah, my ADD kicked in huge, and that was not my thing. Yeah, so that was my soccer career. They dumped me from the rep team. I went back to house league, and that was it. I played one more year after that, and then I was done by, I think, 10 or 11. I played baseball 1 year, and then I stuck with football. That was it.
So pretty sure ice hockey's number one, and then soccer, right? In Canada.
I couldn't skate.
But ice hockey is number one as far as popularity.
Oh yeah, no, for
and
sure.
And soccer's two.
Yeah, we played tons of street hockey.
And
I was a goalie.
Canadian football. Number 3, probably.
It's funny. I was talking about that today because say
American football, whatever. But
well, the Buffalo
League.
Bills are right there, and they would do games in Toronto, like how they do games over in England, and they've done some games down in Mexico. Mm-hmm. And those games in Buffalo just didn't really sell out. They had a 3-year deal where they did a few games with them, a couple preseason games, and it just wasn't worth it, I guess.
Okay.
Now, CFL games, totally different. Those stands fill up, and
yeah,
it's just a different, I guess, not a whole lot of Bills fans in Toronto.
A lot of Bills fans in Buffalo. They die hard.
Yeah,
wow.
So have some of them come down, you know what I mean? But it wouldn't pack out like you would expect a football game to pack out.
Yeah. And it's I'm trying to remember, so Stampede, right? Was that one? Calgary Stampede?
Calgary Stampeders.
Right, that's one. Stampeders, and then is there Juggernauts?
No, there's no Juggernauts.
Okay. God, I'm trying to think of these names. Are those a Reign? Is there a Reign?
No.
No Reign. That was the Germany team. Excuse me. The Germany when there was the NFL Europe.
Oh yeah.
That was the Germany team. The Reign.
The Germany.
Okay.
Reign.
So I get those confused because I'm thinking foreign football leagues. I'm thinking, I'm mixing them with the Europe and the Canadian.
There were a couple American football teams that were in the Canadian Football League for a while.
Really?
Yeah, there's about 4 or 5 teams, I think. They had a little expansion for a couple years where they expanded to the U.S. Another nice save there.
Maddox just having to go from outside the box at that tight angle. Still 1-0. I love Aussie rules football. You ever seen that?
No.
Oh. Hey everybody, while you're on YouTube, pull up YouTube on whatever other device you have right now. Look up Aussie rules football highlights. Incredible. I'll have to show you. That's actually my second favorite sport.
Aussie rules football?
It does overtake American football. Yeah, it's...
Now you're talking like rugby? Because, I mean, we had a rugby team in my high school.
Oh, it's essentially a rugby mixed with soccer mixed with American football.
Oh, wow.
It's a combination of all three of those, and it's insane. It is insanity on an oval. Crater still getting some good possession here. Looking for that second goal. That was Wyckoff. Yes, so that's Aiden Wyckoff coming down that sideline. But it will be a throw-in for Henley. Now, we're not playing indoor soccer. There's no walls to just have that ball bounce right back in. A lot of open space here.
They go sailing. Mm-hmm.
An Irish coach in high school, and he would call it shagging the balls. So he'd be like, go shag some balls. So every time it was you were behind the goal doing a drill, and any ball that didn't go in the goal and went sailing past it, those people, the players, teammates behind the goal would be shagging the balls. So anytime I see anyone just running way far out of bounds to go get one, that'll be out for a corner for a second corner for Crater.
I'm sure if you said shagging the balls to Austin Powers, it would mean something completely different.
Exactly, it would, yes. But see, the Irish voice, and you're in a soccer setting, yeah, it works.
Mm-hmm. Context,
all right. Nidelson, you're going and shagging the balls back there. Like, all right. No problem, coach. All the phrases he had. If he did something really great, he'd be like, sweet bananas. Or he'd put his hand on his belly and one hand on his lower back and arch back and be, oh, my. Just,
that was something good or something not so good?
Just something that wowed him. Just, oh, my. Like a nutmeg or a wonderful goal. What are you doing, Nielsen? What are you doing? That goes through everybody. And I believe that was off Catherine Michaelis, I'll go with. No, actually, she will be the one throwing it in for Henley. So we got 15 minutes left. I know it shows 14.5 on here. I need to correct that. Waters, good pass the middle. Bone can't control it. Hedlund comes up with it. More dangerous stuff from the Comets. I'm going to fix that clock right now. There we go. Michaelis on the opposite side of the field now. Don't know if she switched or she's just the roamer. Looks like that was off Myers. It'll be another Henley throw. I'll be out going Crater's way. Did you already have dinner?
I did.
What'd you have?
I had BLTs. They were delish.
What kind of bread?
Just white, straight up cracker bread.
Like Wonder?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Franz, maybe, I think. Just straight up. Ooh.
A little push there.
A little nudgy. Fresh tomatoes, though, from my friend's garden, and some fresh lettuce. I put cheese on it, too, so it's basically a BLTC. And that was it, man. Mustard and butter. Boom, there it is. That was my sandwich. Delish.
BLC table bulked.
So I guess it was kind of like an afternoon snack, because I'll be eating dinner when I get home.
Yeah. Okay. What kind of cheese?
Get out of work about 3 o'clock. Make one for me and a couple of kiddos. It was Colby Jack. Little
All right.
mixture.
Was
I
out
would have
for
gone
Henley
something
throw.
more cheddar, but the kids again. I don't want
They don't
spicy
like
cheese,
cheddar.
Dad.
They don't want to taste the cheese. Is that it? They just want some rubbery, tasteless substance.
That's all. Those
Come
craft,
on.
those slices you peel out of the plastic. I was gonna put some pepperoncinis on too, and I forgot. And then I was halfway eating, and I was like, "Oh, my pepperoncinis!"
That's
And
good
then it was
stuff.
too late. Oh,
By the way, it looks like the ref is talking to Waters. Wants her to probably tighten up, keep it down, because I think he's noticed her rough play. Shaking her head, not liking that. She has. She definitely has been a little more physical maybe than she should be. But
Wait, I
good
see
on the
phone when
ref
you're
to
out
give
there?
her a little warning so that. Oh, yes. Clock did stop. So 13-13. Tomorrow, Friday the 13th.
We'll be right back here again. Friday Night Football.
Yes. Freaky Friday Night Football. Or is it Friday Night Freaky Football? Or is it Friday Freaky Night Football? What is it?
Freaky Friday Night Football. That's
we
what it'll
go.
be for tomorrow, being
All
Friday
right.
the 13th. I think that sounds good.
Because the football is the same. It's not Freaky Football.
It's the Freaky Friday Night. You're going all English scholar on me here, aren't you? It's not the football that's freaky.
So you can't really put it in front of that.
Friday Freaky Football.
Well, I proofread and I read a lot, write a lot, every day for work. So that's all I do, man. I can't really get out of it. I'm constantly correcting myself and others. It's very judgy, I know, but
My job's way better. I listen to music all day.
I do that too while I'm working.
Do you whistle while you work?
Sometimes.
I'm whistling all the time.
Actually, something I was listening to, this would interest you. It's Creator on the Move again and kicked away. I was listening to the History Channel's special that Tom DeLonge, Blink-182, 182, was in on about UFOs unidentified. Did you watch that 6-part series?
I did not watch that 6-part series.
Oh, yeah. So I was watching that. I watched that first part. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting.
On the History Channel?
Yep.
I'll have to check it out.
It is online on Daily Motion,
Okay.
that video site. So they had the full episodes,
Wow.
commercial free, and I was just listening. And, yeah, ufology.
Well, Bernie Sanders says if he becomes president, he's going to release all the info about Area 51.
Well,
I'd
some
vote
of
for
these-
him just for that.
and just have him talk about it.
Just, yeah. I'd vote for Bernie Sanders just to see all the UFO stuff. I think
We
that
got
is
lots
what-
of UFOs. They're
Can you
all
imagine-
over the place.
He turns into Doc Brown.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, he needs a little frazzled hair. And Marty,
He knows everything about time travel and aliens, and I wouldn't doubt it.
Marty, can you fly this thing? No, just really interesting. I mean, I'm still a skeptic, but I mean, they're can't. I don't know if I can totally deny everything that they talked about, but these are apparently top officials, government officials, people with the Air Force, people with NASA, people that even say the one guy, actually one of the main guys, who actually apparently left his job because out of loyalty and respect for the department and the government to be able to talk about this stuff.
Wow.
Eyewitness accounts from even some fighter pilots and something that looked like that was a ship, some aircraft that was the shape of a Tic Tac. Yeah, actually pretty
No wings?
interesting. No wings. No sign of propulsion. And just made the maneuvers that they talked about.
That's amazing.
No, it's just the first episode, but they swear by it. Not that you can believe everything you watch, except for this. You
Well,
can
it's
believe
only-
everything you see on this. But you figure the History Channel is pretty credible. They wouldn't put something.
They do their research.
Sensational.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
They're
think
not
they would
just
put anything sensational.
YouTube conspiracy theorists.
It's not TMZ.
Right.
Crater throw under 10 minutes to go now. Still 1-0. Emma Bone. 7 in the 7th minute. Excuse me, the 6th minute. Put Crater up. Unfortunately, no highlight. Apologize. I do have 2 highlights. However, they are not highlights of the goal. It was right after the goal. It's just them running to center field, midfield. No one wants to see that.
No.
But yeah, a lot of football tomorrow on Table Rock Sports. Willamette is here for the home opener, Detchmeyer Field. Willamette losing their opener. I believe that was Thurston. Defending state champions, who will be the game next Friday here against Crater. So, assuming Thurston wins their second game tomorrow night and Crater is able to take out Willamette, it'll be 2 win teams undefeated. Third week. That should be a good one.
I think that'd be a fantastic matchup. It's going to be a great matchup anyways, but yeah, if they come in both games coming in there at 2-0, that will make it even a little more exciting because someone's going home with their first loss.
And both those teams are very good. Maddox gets up after that tackle. She went airborne. The Crater defense definitely allowing plenty of shots, and Henley able to penetrate. A couple of speedy forwards for Henley. Kinsey Hallman, the other side for Maddox.
That one probably rolled out into the parking lot because
Yeah.
can't see the Henley player yet.
Nope. Oh, there we go. She's safely back.
Didn't hop in her car and leave.
She just goes for the left-footed shot there.
Didn't
it's a shot on
Antonio
goal.
Didn't Antonio Brown do that last year with the Pittsburgh Steelers? Halfway through the game, just left.
Did he?
Was that him?
I don't remember. That's either a Brown or an Odell Beckham Jr. move. I can
One
see
of
both
those.
of them doing it.
Either one, right?
So under 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Waters with the cross. Smith saves it and is able to win a throw for Crater. Deep in Henley. That'll be out for a goal kick for Henley. Smith able to, she got some of her limbs to it. Taken away. Maddox with it. Maddox trying the through ball. Laney Cox has it, the shot, but that is well wide. No danger. Another goal kick, Crater. That's a sixth shot for Henley.
What do you actually consider a shot on net? It's got to be like within the range of.
Yeah, it's basically an attempt on goal, and it may not be exactly, if it's just a shot, it's when it goes wide. Shot on goal means it actually could have gone in had there not been a goalie or a defender there. But yeah, just a shot is just any attempt in that direction. So
Gotcha. Because some sail way over, some go way wide. Just wondering what your parameters are.
Kind of have to just also analyze it as the play's developing. So, because some of them too,
What's
it
the
could just
intent
be a
of the
miss
kicker?
hit. Like
Yeah.
it could have been an intended cross, but it went off the side of the foot maybe, and it just kind of went all wacky. But that would just be a cross. That would technically be a shot. But if you can look at them and see it, yeah, they were going for it. Ooh, collision there in the box. Stop the clock here. Seems to be okay.
It's Gugliotta.
She's up. Seems to be all right.
Tough on the basketball court, too. Saw her lots last year.
She is only a sophomore. The ref's making her go off. That is strange because normally the only time a player has to leave the field of play when they're hurt is when trainers come on to see them. So,
just taking a second for an extra breather there.
So they're sending a sub for her. Jocelyn Sizemore. Foul on Crater. Maddox has it, poked away. And that one will sail over the crossbar. No deflection, that will be a goal kick. And the 7th shot from Henley, they have been letting them fly. Smith running with it, but she doesn't get it to her teammate. She recovers nicely. Bowen kicking it back. Bowen with it now. Waters, a little heavy on her first touch. That's one thing too that Coach Krieger for Crater is talking about as far as playing out of the back, because a lot of times some of the defenders, I know that when I was growing up playing city leagues a couple of the years, I remember that when I was back in defense, my coach said, just send it. He gets to you, just clear it. Just kick it as hard as you can forward. And it's like, okay. But yeah, it's better to be a little more controlled, and that's where it's going, and that's what Coach Kiger is trying to do with his team too, is be more settled. Don't just clear it, play it backwards like you need to, like Emma Bone did back there to her back line. Just be a little more technical, and I tell you, if the U.S. wants to compete with the big boys, that's what they're going to have to do. Women already got it down. They know what they're doing. But for the boys and the men, they're going to have to be able to, it starts with the boys, learn those things and those skills so it can translate into as when they're adults and on the full national teams. Out for a Crater throw, just about a midfield. Under a minute to go. Strong move by Waters to turn. Maddox tracking back. Maddox, there's her speed. Out for a corner for Crater. Third corner. This will be the last play.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
That'll do it for the first half. Well, stay tuned. Coming up is the Crater Foundation halftime report. The foundation provides scholarships for Crater graduates to help them take the next step and succeed. Learn how you can help them too at craterfoundation.district6.org. That's craterfoundation.district6.org. We will step away for just a few minutes. So we've got a 10-minute halftime. We'll be right back. Get some stats for you right there. 1-0. You see on the John Scott scoreboard. You're watching TableRockSports.net.
K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward Program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Let's go!
At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
Doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajagopal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger to the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice a full scope of services, from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or to schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781.
For several weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sportsmanship and bad sportsmanship. Here's why. 75% of youth athletes quit sports by the age of 13 because they're not having fun. 75% of rookie referees also quit each year. Why? Well, it's because of the way they're treated by coaches and parents. We can do better. We must do better. Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Hello, I'm Lennox Scott, Chairman and CEO of John O. Scott Real Estate. In 1931, my grandfather started John O. Scott Real Estate. I would like to take a moment to thank you for your trust in allowing us to serve your real estate needs. Helping you realize your home ownership dreams is why we do what we do. But one thing is clear, it takes place one client at a time, each individual buyer or seller. Because at the end of the day, it comes down to you. The past few years have been an incredible time of growth for us. We now have over 110 offices and more than 3,000 broker associates in the states of Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and California. But our higher purpose is living life as a contribution.
Welcome back. See, there are just about 4.5 minutes left. This is the halftime report. Crater Foundation halftime report. Aaron Nilsson, Danny Canada. So just run some quick stats for you. You see on the John Scott scoreboard it is 1-0. And that was a goal in the 7th minute. Emma Bone off a corner kick from Crater. And for Crater, they had 4 shots, 3 on goal. Committed 4 fouls and got 3 corners. Of course, one of those, that was that goal. Very important goal for them. The only difference in this game for Henley, shots, they had 7, and 4 of those were on goal. 4 fouls committed, just like Crater, and they also have 3 corners. So even on those statistics, Crater seemed to be having a pretty good handle, although Henley did have their moments. And I mean, it's only a 1-goal game, anybody's game. What have you been noticing?
It is fairly matched. I think the Comets have definitely had the ball in the Henley zone longer. I think they've had a little bit more control that way, and of course, obviously with the lead 1-0. But yeah, Henley's had a lot of shots on net. They weren't very accurate shots, but they've had chances. They've had, like you say, several corners, so they've had the ball down in the Comet zone. Anyone's game. Second half, it's going to be, I think, very much the same. Tight, good back and forth. It's great passing too by both teams.
Anybody's game.
Yep.
You are watching Let the Superstore Game of the Week on TipRockSports.net, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou, presented by My Circle K, Bill's Glass, and Sherm's Food for Less. The sun, it's a beautiful sunset out there, and teams are coming back on the field to warm up. Very short, got about just under 3 minutes you see on the clock there. We'll step away for just a couple more minutes. We'll be right back here on TipRockSports.net.
I was talking to Bill.
Yeah?
Bill and Sherry got a guy.
They do? How did they get a guy?
Everything happened online, including financing. And their guy even delivered their new car to their home.
Maybe we should get a guy.
I thought you might say that. Honey, meet Kyle.
Find your guy during the Ram Power Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 40 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland and Medford, and now Bill's Glass in Grants Pass.
My Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward Program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
And welcome back. The second half is underway, about 15 seconds. 1-0, see on the General Scott scoreboard. Emma Bohm giving Crater the advantage. Ooh. We got a little breeze. It's still a little warm. So Crater now in the all black, moving from left to right on your screen. White, blue, white kit for Henley from right to left. That will be taken easily. I gotta get that. Is it Amadei, Amidi, Amadei? Not sure. So keeper for Crater, Taya. Oh, Beth Hamilton right there, but couldn't hold on to it for Henley. Fell right in her lap. And this Speedy Smith now on this right sideline, which is our near sideline now. Gugliotta can't find a teammate and guided out of bounds. Oh, that one slips through. And they're calling off sides for Sizemore.
That one looked like a clean break. They should be able to get after it, but yeah, gotta watch it. I think 'cause it was accidental because it wasn't supposed to break through, right? That wasn't the plan.
Right, yeah, that was a little missed kick or deflection. I couldn't remember what it was, but yeah, that wasn't the intentional through ball. And that too, that's the thing with offsides is if it's deflection off the other team, normally whoever the player in offense is, ooh, good save there. That was Maddox again. But normally that's not going to be offsides. Out for a Henley throw. That is a completely new site for all the home fans here, and for us now here at Dutchmeyer Field is just right across off of Highway 99. That punch through over the tracks now, the railroad tracks, into Twin Creeks development.
The
really,
new turn in you're talking about, the new little traffic stop?
Just right there, right ahead. Yeah, I'm sure that's great for anyone in Twin Creeks who has to drop maybe some kids off here at Craters to be able to just come right there, because there really was the one outlet over at the West Pine and Haskell stoplight. But now you got two exits. We're going to stop the clock here, which means I can update it to the correct time. There we go, 35-31. Ref needs to tie his shoes. We're going to have a sub for Crater. Jocelyn Sizemore is off. And that is Jasmine, and it's Gallagher, I'll go with. It's like Gallagher, but without the G. set up nicely, almost for Bowen to get a shot off there. Wasn't able to. Was poked away just in time by Henley. That's going to be a foul on Nelson. So free kick about 33 yards out. That'll be a shot, but taken cleanly by Headland.
Did you miss playing soccer, Aaron?
Oh, yeah.
Is that why you like coaching, getting back in there?
Yeah, I technically shouldn't be doing what I'm doing because of my knee, but I put the cleats on and I got out there and I was playing with them. So I'm not going out and running 3 miles or 4 miles or 5 miles. I'm just, for 20, 30 minutes, I'll get out there and get in a drill with them or a scrimmage. But yeah, oh, man.
Is it more like the constant pounding for your knee, or is it like doing quick cuts and moves and stops and starts, like that type of thing? Yeah, is it?
It's both. Yeah,
because if you're just out there running around like jogging, but with the kids, I think that'd be too hectic on the knee.
Right, but the impact for sure. But because I'm bone on bone, basically, so it's just
ouch.
It's just a knee replacement is coming, so the more you have impact on that, then the faster it's going to wear down, and the more pain. Basically, it's just going to be painful. Not that I'm going to be able to walk or anything. It's just going to be painful.
I was going to say, don't you have a whole lot to look forward to?
Yes. But I'm living right now. I'm enjoying it. Just to not play, man. Like when I had my surgeries and I would walk by from the fields when I was in college, and 'cause that's when it happened, and just to see some of them play, and I was either still on crutches or I was still on my brace, and I just couldn't even run. I definitely cried several times. So I mean,
sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but
sure. But really, it's just sports in general. To not be able to play anything, it was killing me. But soccer for sure, number one. But after I was good to go, I played a lot of intramurals, scored a lot of goals with my damaged knee as well. So I got quite a few more years in after that, so it was all right. But now I wanted to be a triathlete, but because I really shouldn't run that much, I really have to just bike and swim.
Huh.
So there goes the running.
That's a good workout, man.
Yeah. Gugliotta trying to send that into the middle, but can't connect with her teammates. And she's got it. A little this touch off her knee. That was a bouncy one. And they're going to call Smith on the foul. Pushing down. And he's reaching for his pocket. It'll be a yellow. Yellow on Smith. Interesting call there. Second foul on Crater in the second half.
It was on Montana Smith, was it?
Yes, it was. And Eleanor Andrews comes on to replace Smith. This clock is way off. We're getting approaching 31 minutes. I'll let that ride now. There we go. It's 31-10. Throw from Henley and Maddox off her shoulder. Touches it out. Goal kick Crater. Yeah, serious injuries are serious. I know she's not in right now, but there is one of the Crater girls I noticed has the pretty big knee brace on one of her legs. Possibly arthroscopic surgery. But there's those braces that are for certain injuries and certain surgeries. Hamilton. That's it back inside, and that's well blocked. And that hits inside of the uprights and in for 3 points. 3-1 Henley.
We'll be calling a couple of those tomorrow, right?
I think so.
Should be a great game versus Willamette here, 7 o'clock, Dutch Meyer Field.
Fans always bringing it here.
See any more kicks Trevor Davis will be doing.
Yeah. 40 last week, 40-0 shutout over Wilsonville.
Well deserved.
Team that took them out 78-45 in the playoffs. A redemption for them, even though most of the Wilsonville team had graduated and moved on. Still the same team, and that feels good. Now it goes through everybody. Out of bounds for Crater throw. Now under 30 minutes to go. Letting that one go. Home fans not happy about that.
Especially just after Montana got one.
Yeah, Maddox really just laid on top of her. That was Emma Stanley taking the foul. The foul that wasn't called. Well defended there from Gracie Poe. Out for Crater throw. Bump there. That'll be a free kick. Poe committing the foul. Mia Twos taking this free kick from this near side. At the in-swinger, and Sizemore can't get on the end of that one. Or Gugliotta, excuse me. Gugliotta was the closest. Be a race. Maddox has it to one-on-one, past the keeper, and she slots it in. Great run. We're knotted up.
Yeah, that really was good footwork too, and patience, right? Being able to just wait a sec, wait on it, because sometimes you get anxious and you just want to try and go ahead and kick, and you don't have the right angle yet, or it's just still too easy for the goalkeeper to stop it, defend it. That was just great patience.
I could see that. Just saw with Twos tracking back that Maddox was so fast, and without bouncing, I could see the Twos didn't have the right defensive positioning. I'll see if I got that replay. Let's check that out here. Right here. Maddox just takes it away from her. Right past the keeper. I thought she was almost going to miss that. She really did almost hit that one. But slides it in. 1-1. That's all you need, one kick, and you're right in it. Nice little off the bounce shot there. So we're got to be careful, Crater. They don't have the lead anymore.
Like we were talking about during the halftime there, Aaron, Henley definitely had opportunities. Just wasn't able to really capitalize on them or really take a good advantage of them and make them better opportunities than what, they were offered. And they didn't miss out on it there. Like you're asking, what do we think about for the second half? This is exactly what I thought it was going to be.
And there we go. That is the player with that big knee brace on her right leg. Or is that just tape? I believe that's a brace. There's Aiden Wyckoff. Yeah, the Crater defense really has to be careful, but Henley too, even though Henley's got the momentum and they're not up at one. Nervy on both sides of the pitch.
That's what you're talking about there, eh?
Yep. So, yeah, that is a brace. That's not just tape. So that's an indication of she must have had some sort of arthroscopic surgery, because those are those bigger braces, which I had that one myself, very similar. Looks like they're calling the foul on Grayson Lee. And they give her a yellow even. So the third yellow for Crater, second in the second half. And Bogue comes back on. Yeah, I'm not sure. These do seem a little ticky-tack, but ref is down there, and he's got to make his decision off of what he sees. Also can't hear. Maybe they're say dissent. Maybe they're saying things that we can't obviously.
Chirping.
Maybe could be.
Yep.
Maybe the foul itself was okay, and it was just a standard foul. Once you start talking back, or whatever they're saying, which we don't know, that could be grounds for a card. And he's going to want to talk to
Coach.
Yep, Coach Geiger. Filling her in on what's going on. Well, fans, doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajagopal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger to the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice a full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781. That's 779-3781. And with these cards and how both teams might be a little irritated, this could get even more chippy.
Especially, with Crater had the lead, it's tied up now. You've only got, about 24 minutes left on the clock. And it's funny, but it just ticks and ticks away. You feel like you got all the time in the world, but it goes down pretty quick.
And Maddox there, call her off. So saved by the whistle there, saved by the flag.
I heard Saved by the Bell is thinking about doing a reboot. Do you hear that?
No, but that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite shows growing up. I got all the
too.
seasons on DVD.
Do you really?
Yep.
Now that is funny.
It's second half.
Second half.
Yep. It's the second half. Yeah. This will be a foul on Henley. So where'd you hear about this reboot?
One of my radio services. I do my radio show, morning radio show. I do the morning show 102.7 The Drive. It's the All-American Morning Show with Danny Canada, and one of the segments we do is Hollywood Hoopla.
Okay.
And so I talk about, anything that's going on
Hollywood
down there
happenings.
in Hollyweird. Yeah, sure. There's always crazy stuff happening down there. Anyways, yeah, Zach Morris, AC Slater, and Jesse Spano have all talked about having a reboot. So Mario Lopez and Mark Paul Gosselaar and
Elizabeth, right?
Yeah.
Elizabeth
Banks.
There you go.
No, is it Banks?
I think so. Can't remember. But
Berkeley,
yeah. So on foul on Crater.
It's funny how you remember the character names more than their real names.
Oh yeah, that's what you hear more.
Mark Paul Gosselaar, he's in a new show coming out at ABC this fall. And he plays a dad of a mixed family. I think it's called Mixed-ish. It's on ABC.
Really?
Looks pretty silly.
Mixed-ish?
Yeah.
He's on I believe he was in a show called Passage. Was that not him? I think there was a show called Passage. But anyway, this will be a free kick for Henley. Maddox standing over it. This is dangerous. So the fifth foul of this half for Crater. I still got 22 minutes left, but being up by one, you don't want to go down by one now. Maddox, well taken free kick off the crossbar. Wow, that was close as you get it.
That was about yeah.
Maddox with another shot. Wicked curve on that one. Goes out for a corner. First corner of this half for Henley. Let's take a look at that shot by Maddox. That free kick one more time. Doink. Looked really good. But I'm pretty sure Dustin Powers would not be part of that reboot. Screech.
Dustin Diamond?
Dustin Diamond.
Dustin Diamond.
Dustin Diamond.
Screech Powers was his name.
Screech Powers. There we go. I mixed.
That's hilarious.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't know. Why would he not be part of the reboot?
Just all of the issues
controversies he's been through.
With the wrestling ring and the boxing or something, and
he was 12. Do you know that when he was on that show? Started.
When he started,
he was first got 12. Could you imagine that?
Mrs. whatever's class. I think the first year before it was Saved by the Bell. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, it was had a different name. I can't remember what it was called.
Mrs.
Either.
Somebody's class. It was that British actress. So, yeah, Crater in some trouble here. A lot of pressure Henley's putting on him. It's out for Henley throw. Clear, but still in bounds. Guided out. Maddox slips. Maddox crosses. Ooh. Nervy times in the Crater box. Cross taken cleanly.
Yeah, so far this half it's been the reverse in terms of, having the Paul and the opponent's end. It's been all down here. at the crater zone most of the second half. Henley with a great job keeping it down here.
Maybe geographically this really, or geologically, this really is a downhill half.
It rolls that way.
Yeah. Actually, that's what I love about the Lord of the Rings. You remember the trees? When they were at the trees and the trees were walking, he's like, which direction are we going? Like, south. I always loved going south. Always made me feel like I was going downhill.
I don't remember it word for word like that, but I do remember the trees in it.
That's something I'll always remember, and that's what I feel like, too, because that probably is south that way, going toward from right to left. Nice turn, Gugliotta. But Crater really playing off the back foot now on their heels, and Henley's done a great job with their pressure and that goal to put a little nerves into Crater. Crater seems a little frantic themselves. That is a bump, and that is a penalty. So we got to stop the clock. And he'll be taking it. Via twos to make it 2-1. And that is in the corner. 2-1, Crater taking the lead, retaking the lead.
Yeah, fans are digging that, and I think that's definitely going to just hit a little load off the Lady Comets down there.
I was showing the replay. We were at the end of the replay right before they came back. So there is replay of how we got it in twos, just sliding it right inside there in that corner.
Crater's got to really focus on controlling the ball here, keeping possession, just not letting this type of stuff happen. It's just
Maddox again, and she puts it in. We're tied up again.
Just like that. That's what I was saying.
And that happens so much right after one goal. It's a letdown. That's just a common theme in soccer. Let's take a look at that goal one more time in case you missed it. Maddox in trouble all night. Right, even off of that post. Beautiful goal from Maddox. Well, that lead was short-lived.
Mm-hmm.
So Maddox with a brace tonight already. 2-2. So we're back where we started. And that's good resiliency by Henley. Come right back down the field. That's going to be too hard. That'll go out for a goal kick. So 3 goals here in the second half. 3 goals in about 11 minutes time. That was just cleared out. Not sure if it touched any player. Galler was really hustling to get to that one. So off Pierce. And Pierce is sitting on a yellow card from the first half, so she'll have to be careful.
What do you allow? 2 yellow and then that's it?
2 yellow would be a red card. Means you're out the rest of this match and miss the next one.
Really, you get 2 yellows in one game, you're out of this one and the next?
Yep.
Wow.
And your red card, either accumulation of yellows, being 2, or a straight red, and you're out of that game, the remainder of it. And
does
the
it
following
reset
one.
next game? So, like, next game you go in there clean? Or you go in there already with
So-
1 card still?
Well, no,
or
you're
you just
you're
have
clean.
the refs are looking at you. You're already, like, in the bad books?
Well, they definitely talk, and they're aware of who got yellows or reds. And
you went down to the principal's office?
Essentially, I believe that they're I know that's the way it is in the pro ranks, but there also is an accumulation of yellows to where players will even get suspended, even if they never get a red card. If you got a yellow card, 1 yellow card every game for maybe 10 games in the season, if you get 10, there's a certain number, they'll actually be suspended for a game. So I'm not sure if that's the way it is in high school. I haven't read that in the rule books, but it's possible. Because if you're accumulating yellows, you're essentially,
a red card player.
A dangerous player. Basically, you'd be pinned. Yeah. That's bouncing around. Craters need to get a shot, but that was deflected. Good chance there for Crater. Couldn't capitalize.
Great pressure on there.
.5 minutes left. Wyckoff with it. Smith gets the cross in and cleared, but no one is there to follow it up from Crater. And that's going to be Crater's throw-in.
Getting some chances here, some looks. Got to take advantage with only getting close to 10 minutes left, right? What are we at? 13?
13 left in this game. That was a high kick by Smith there. That was dangerous. Shot comes in, and
dangerous for getting another card. Kicking
Lee.
high.
Yeah, that was definitely a kick for a high kick from Smith. That was high. It wasn't high enough to get it, but it was close. And then that cross whipped in. Lee could not get it on the end of it. That's a statistic here that Henley has 5 shots on goal in this half. Crater only has 1.
And it was a score.
Yep.
Well, it was the
goal. When they scored, that was a shot on goal. It was the goal.
A penalty shot.
Everything else has just gone wide or over, or just haven't got anyone on the end of it. Good chance here. Like she was trying to dribble it in. Bone can't get that, but they're going to call her off. Yes, she was offsides. Crater, good pressure again. And it's those Crater backtracking defenders when the balls are bouncing they've really had a difficult time dealing with. That's where Henley's taking advantage of it. Shot set up nicely for Bone, but
straight on.
Straight to the keeper.
Yeah.
Right to Hedlund. Crater throw near side.
think we've had one hand penalty this game, have we?
Is it a foul, like just calling handball?
Yeah, like a handball. Yeah.
There's been a couple people were yelling for him, and I could see that it did hit their hand, but ref didn't call him.
Huh.
So, yeah, but no actual fouls called for handball.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Not yet, anyway. We still got 10 minutes.
There you go.
Let's see.
Broadcaster's curse?
Probably. That's usually what happens. This one sent up, and Hamilton giving chase. Twos scored the penalty. Nutmeg, and then Maddox bounced it off Twos and Maddox having some words. Stop the clock. Ref wants to talk about this. Doesn't want to have any more from Maddox. So if there's another instance, I'm sure that she'll get a card. She's going to sub off anyway.
Girls just being too chirpy.
Looks like it. And that's the thing. It's just, I mean, you got under 10 minutes to go. 2-2. Both teams up and down. It gets a little chippy. Get chatting a little more chatty. And this is when cards come out. This is when people start kicking and swinging, and who knows what could happen, but hopefully not. Just get a little more physical. That's defended well and cleared out by Reagan Loney. Reagan Loney. Wow, was off the side of the foot there from Waters. Broken up by Myers. Oh, I didn't start the clock. He was talking to Maddox.
Oh, right.
Forgot to start it again. So we're under 8 minutes. Gugliotta poked away. And Myers got to be careful. She made that step up if she was not able to keep that in front of her. Lowry could have collected that and have been a 2-on-1. That's all it's going to take is just one little mistake from any of the defenders on these sides. And we could have a game winner. And it's offsides there. Pierce. Hamilton with the flick, but that won't stay in. Waters and Hamilton, and Waters kicks it out. Good throw there from Waters. And another throw up the field now for Crater. Moving on up.
It's a good way to just get the ball down the field, just keep throwing it up. Some great throws, like you say.
Just get a good 20 yards on those throws. Now under 5 minutes to go. 2-2. So the first goal of this half, Ryan Maddox for Henley. Tied it up at 1, just 13 minutes into the second half. 10 minutes later, it was Mia Twos, put Crater up 2-1. And Maddox tied it up not even 1 minute later. That's where you sit at 2-2 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Maddox is back on, as is Catherine Michaelis. Call a foul on Pierce. It's the 6th foul of this half on Crater. Be out. Crater throw. Not many more opportunities on offense for either of these teams with only 3 minutes left. Gugliotta, nice step in. Maddox will win that race. She decides to go for it off the post. Eventually cleaned up. Great shot from Maddox from a tight angle. She really is just shooting from anywhere.
I'll tell you, Amidi just threw it right out. Be a throw in now.
We got that right here. Replay off the near post. And Waters was down here, hurt. She just got up. And she's going to have to trot off.
Just due to being down, yeah?
Yeah, that's what's interesting, because normally, like I said, the first half, normally it has to be a trainer that comes on. But she was down for an extended period of time, and she's got to switch out. And Bill's Glass, proud to be a sponsor of high school athletics. Bill's Glass has been the industry leader and clear choice in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years. covering the full spectrum of glass from your vehicle to any room in your house. Locally owned, family run. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. The Henley throw. Twos has Maddox on her back. Safely plays it out. Nice little move, but it's a 1-on-4. Crater is 1 minute to go. Deflected off Henley. Cleared out.
So do we do some overtime after this, or do we do some penalty kicks? What happens after, do you know? Is it just a tie and they ended a tie? They just ended a tie.
Yeah, since it's not a playoff game, it would just, end in a tie.
No extra time added, huh? Okay.
Nope. That's with it going with the ref and the counting down system. It's just once it hits 0, it's done. Because he stops the clock several times throughout the half. No injury time or stoppage time. Last chance for Crater. Montana Smith. Cross in. Taken by Headland, and that will be the game. There's not enough time to get back down. Game clock off in just 4 seconds, and Henley, the way they're celebrating, that's almost like a win for them. I mean, they come back and showed a lot of spirit to come back and tie it up at 2 again.
Well, yeah, Comets came in undefeated. I guess they can still have that claim. They haven't been defeated, although now you're 3-1, 3 in a tie, 3-0-1.
Yep.
Still, I'd rather take the tie over a loss.
True. Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Speaking in tying and losing, if anyone's thinking about the Buccaneers and Panthers game, it's 20-14. We've got about 2 minutes and 26 seconds left. Well, that was a great match tonight, Aaron. What do you think? Beautiful night on a Thursday. It was a good way to kill a Thursday.
Yes. That was definitely a good match. I'll have a couple of highlights for you. We're going to have a MyCircleK.com post-game show coming your way next. We'll cap the score and look at some stats. We'll pick our Southern Oregon Sports Commission player of the game. We'll be back in just 1 minute. Don't go anywhere. You're watching TableRockSports.net.
K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward Program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Welcome back. This is the My Circle K post-game show. Your local and Chevron station is powered by Colvin Oil, who sponsored the Fuel Your School program in October. Your support has raised over $300,000 in the past 4 years. For more information, visit mycirclek.com. And you see there on the John L. Scott scoreboard, Henley 2, Crater 2. Here, big C in the middle of the field. That means we're at Dutch-Meyer Field in Central Point. Recap some stats there as far as the second half goes. Henley committed 4 fouls. 5 for Crater. Did get pretty chippy there in the end.
A little bit.
And for shots, this was actually well in favor of Henley. They ended up having 7 shots, 6 of those on goal in the second half. Crater had 3 shots and 1 of those on goal, and that was the penalty kick by twos. Corners, relatively the same. I mean, 3 in the first and then 1 in the second. But yeah, recapping the score in the first half, Emma Bowen putting through that corner kick, deflecting it in for a 1-goal lead with only 6 minutes into the game. And Maddox, so Ryan Maddox, I would say, is our Southern Oregon Sports Commission player of the game. She had a brace. And both those goals coming in the second half, both times when Henley was down 1 goal. Came back and she was able to put them through. And all the other almost near goals that she had, too. I mean, he showed right here. This was her coming down on the side, and she knocked it right off that near post.
That was a close one right there at the end of the game.
That one could have been the winner for them, and so close, but what a game, and both teams still undefeated.
Yep. And, she's just a sophomore, so she's got a few more years to grow, too. Definitely being the leader on the team tonight for the Hornets. But, yeah, good to see no injuries tonight, that, no one carted off the field, right? I mean, we saw a couple girls down for a little bit. They were able to jump up at their own power. I mean, that's always the hope, right, at the end of any game.
Exactly. Be healthy.
Get out with any injuries.
Want to be able to live for another day and walk, and, yeah, you'll be sore, but, yeah. Don't want anybody hurt. We know how it is. Not fun.
Speaking of another day, girls soccer, they're playing Springfield on the road. That is going to be, looks like a Saturday game on the 14th. And then they're back home playing Phoenix next Tuesday night.
I believe we will have that one here on TableRockSports.net.
I believe you are correct.
Yeah,
but we'll also be here tomorrow night.
Yes, we will. Tomorrow night.
We should just move in, Aaron.
We may as well. We do have, we have the football game tomorrow. And then we have volleyball, I believe, and then soccer Monday and Tuesday. So we got 3 more Crater games here in the span of 5 days. We thank you for watching tonight's broadcast. Be sure and download the free TableRockSports.net app and watch a replay of this game free on mobile devices. Thank you for David Hurd, the Crater High School Athletic Director, for hosting the Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net. Next Table Rock Sports production will be all those football games slated tomorrow. I don't have the track, or at least the schedule of where everybody is. We know for sure we're here. Just go to TableRockSports.net. You'll see all of the screens pop up, all the games. Another wonderful Friday night for football. Follow us online at Facebook.com/TableRockSports and on Twitter at TableRockSports. Hope you enjoyed this free broadcast made possible. Our sponsor support. Any final words, Danny? You good?
I'm good. I'm ready for tomorrow night. I'm already moved on.
Okay. I think everybody else has. 2-2. Again, the final score on the John Scott scoreboard: Crater 2, Henley 2. This has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports with Danny Canada. I'm Aaron Nilsson saying thanks for watching. A good night from Crater High School in Central Point, Oregon.